started talking about whether or not to have a bar mitzvah. I know you were under a lot of pressure to have that, but you chose to do it, and you chose a path. I wrote this on my phone, by the way. Because I didn't have time to type anything. You chose a path of study that you knew that I could not help you with, but yet you dedicated yourself to doing this, and as everybody can see, it's obviously a lot of work. I can't believe how much you've learned. Like everything else you choose to do, you've achieved great success, and I'm very proud of you. Robert is named after my dad, who is an only child. The name traditionally means famed, bright, and shining. With that, I'm going to be a lot briefer than your dad, by the way. But with that, let me offer a blessing from 1 Timothy, which says, chapter 4, verse 12. May my son be an example to believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity. Amen.
Amen.
Robert, that was extremely well done. All right. One of the most meaningful and special moments of my life was the trust of my wife allowing me the honorable duty of delivering my firstborn son. He had 10 toes and 10 fingers and a beautiful head full of blonde hair. His skill for and love of sports was immediately evident. He was out, Apgar scored 9, and on his way to the nursery, 10 minutes before the Dolphins took the field for Monday Night Football. A good boy from the very start. He has proven to be smart, handsome, athletic, kind, and considerate. A driven and determined young man, competitive in every aspect of his life, from interactions with his family, in his schoolwork, and of course, his sports. Fortunately, although not always recognized by his brother and sister, he displays empathy and compassion, as he does want to win, but is happier when everyone else does well too. Speaking of his family, he never misses an opportunity to tell us he loves us. He truly understands the importance of his family and the great gifts he has amongst the love he receives from us and the gift and fragility of life itself. He does not appear to take any of these things for granted. This is one of the many aspects I love and admire of my oldest son. When I found myself in love with Elizabeth, I worried about how a strongly devout Jewish boy could make a future with a non-Jew. The discussion went easier than I thought when she agreed to help me raise Jewish children should our relationship progress. God bless her for keeping her promise. She allowed me to perform a bris in our home with a large guest list. This was another honor for me that made me proud in more ways than one. So we find ourselves in Gainesville, Georgia. I could not have wished for a better place to start my career and raise my family, but not exactly the Mecca of a Jewish community. Thankfully, we found Congregation Shalom B'Harim, or Peace in the Mountains, and subsequently, Orly Padwar, an Israeli living in Cleveland, Georgia, who agreed to start my children's Jewish education. Thank you, Orly. I am forever grateful. Now back to Robert. Through lots of continued hard work with Shalom Learning Online, furthering the basis of his heritage, religion, and God-given place in humanity as one of the chosen people, Robert chose to participate in the tradition of progression to Jewish manhood as a bar mitzvah. Intensive drive, hard work, and diligence, as well as many shed tears while I helped him and the twins learn to read Hebrew, has brought him to this wonderful day. To his credit, he made a choice to succeed and was determined not to fail. As he worked under the guidance of Rabbi Mitch Cohen and the preparation for his Torah portion and prayers with Morab Perry Gordon, I could not have been more surprised or proud. Without any Jewish peer support, he balanced football, basketball, school, religious school, and a blossoming social life to accomplish this goal, and even took it upon himself to make sure he coordinated a schedule to meet weekly with Morab Perry. Wow. Robert, you have truly proven your devotion to your religion, and I think you understand how your religion and the history of your people have helped you become the strong, loving, successful Jewish man you become today. Robert, I'm so proud to call you my son. I love you, and pray you will use the basis of these first 14 years to lead you to a fulfilling, happy, and successful life. Mazel tov.
We forgot to pass the perfume. Mazel tov, simmi tov, simmi tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmi tov, simmi tov, mazel tov, simmi tov, Elon.